This is Jim Heinitz. Welcome to Brandon Valley High School and the matchup tonight between the Brandon Valley Lynx and the Washington High Warriors. It's homecoming at Brandon tonight, and quite a matchup tonight, Adam. We've got two teams, Brandon off to a 4-0 start, and the Warriors are 2-2, but I think one of those teams that is getting better as we go, and should be an exciting football game tonight.
Yeah, I think probably the best 2-2 team in AAA. Washington with two close losses. They lost to Jefferson early in the year by 3, and then lost a double overtime match last week to number 1 Harrisburg. So this is going to be a great matchup, and it's a beautiful night for football here in Brandon.
It really is, and it's the kind of game that probably as an old coach, your gut churns a little bit because it's 4-0 versus 2-2, and you think, well, it's homecoming, you're at home, it's a football game we should win. And I think Matt Christensen, who is taken over for Chad Garrow, is very aware and been around football long enough to know that his team's going to have to be ready to play. This is Jim Heinitz. I've got my color man, Adam Heinitz. We're doing our first fill-in broadcast tonight. We're excited about the chance to see just a beautiful night. And as I mentioned, it is homecoming, and I thought maybe I'd just run through the royalty real quick. The gals are Kazie Ellingson. Her parents are Wayne Ellingson and Bobby Ellingson. Brady Kopel. His parents are John and Karen Kopel. Danae Johnson. Her parents are Steve and Lisa Johnson. Joey Enders. His parents are Jay and Cameo Enders. Taylor Steeman. Her parents are Greg Steeman and Michael and Lori Keddick. Jeremiah Donahoe. His parents are Brian and Judith Donahoe. Kate Jacobson. Her parents are John Jacobson and Tana Jacobson. Noah Thompson. His parents are Rick and Amy Thompson. And your homecoming queen is Alicia Garrow. Her parents are Chad and Melissa Garrow. And your homecoming king is one of the offensive linemen, Sam Wadula. His parents are Melissa and Jason Wadula. So congratulations to all of the court. And I know it's been a festive week. We've sort of followed a little bit what's going on with homecoming week. And there's a lot of coaches, Adam, that go, oh, these homecomings are a big distraction.
Yeah, it's the coach's worst nightmare in some cases. Every day is a new event, a new dress-up day, and so you hope your team is focused tonight. And I'm sure the coaches have been well aware, as you mentioned, and have been talking to them about that. And this is a big game, I think, for both teams. And I think Brandon is really poised to take the next step here if they can get a win tonight. But you have a Washington team that's hungry and ready to kind of stake their claim to a top team in the state.
Yeah, you're kind of at midseason, and all teams are starting to find their identity. I think in watching Brandon so far, I think they've learned a lot about themselves. Obviously, in the years past, they've wanted to run the football, and with Tate Johnson, that was obviously something you could do very, very well. Probably as good a running back as you've seen at the AAA level in a long time, or maybe ever. And I think they've started to find that they can run the football. Jordan Johnson is a 5'10", 180-pound senior, has shown that he's capable of banging around inside. He may not have the speed or quickness that Tate Johnson had, but he'll get you the tough yards and maybe a couple of more. I've been impressed with the quarterback. He played some the first 2 games last year when the starting quarterback, Joe Kolbach, was out. And Lucas Slack is a 6'1", 185-pound junior, and he's done a really good job. He's run when he has to. He's thrown the ball fairly well for the most part. And I think they've been very efficient on offense, and they've really minimized the turnovers. And that's usually in a big game like this, Adam, that's something you have to do.
Yeah, I think that you have two different styles in terms of how these teams have won. Brandon's only allowed 38 points through their first 4 games, so they rely on their defense a lot, and that's carried them here to a 4-0 record. Washington's averaging 30-plus points a game, but they're pretty systematic about how they do things. Not a big play offense, and they've really started to rely on sophomore running back Elijah Tanaya, who really kind of burst on the scene here the last couple of weeks. Had a great game last week against Harrisburg. And the Lynx defense is going to have to contain him. I think one thing that's similar is both of these quarterbacks are pretty efficient. They try not to make big mistakes. And so you're going to see similar quarterbacks, and you're going to see a higher powered offense from Washington and a strong defense from Brandon Valley.
The Lynx are coached by Matt Christensen in his first year, and he's assisted by Kent Anderson, Jason Bisbee, Dylan Breest, John Flint, Joe Kremchica, Matt Mueller, Jeremy Risty, Darian Smith, Mark Statham, Tim Siliuson, Lorenzo William, and Mike Zer. The Warriors are coached by Ryan Evans, I believe in his second year. His assistant coaches are Steve Cordell, Jesse Fisher, Jeff Fitzgerald, Jaden Fitzsimmons, Mike Ferricks, Tommy Hofer, James Johnson, Jamin Ratzloff, Ryan Schleiman, Jason Stolberg, James Terry, Rick Thomas, and Leonard Young. And it'll be interesting. The Lynx, I think, are a team that really wants to pound the ball, and I think tonight that's going to be something that you're going to really see. I'm going to take a minute here and run through the starting offense for the Lynx, and at right tackle is Navarro Shunke, a 6'5", 290-pound sophomore. Left tackle Nate Myers, 6'3", 230, a senior. Right guard is homecoming king Sam Waidula, 5'11", 240. Left guard is Andrew Bunkers, 6'1", 205. The center is Brady Kopel, 6'6", 255, and I believe headed to USD. Tight end is number 9, Nate Andreessen, 6'4", 200, a junior. Wide receiver number 3, Sam Skolton, 6 foot 165, senior. Wide receiver number 80, Peyton Curl, who had quite a game at O'Gorman. In fact, made the ESPN top 5 highlights. He's a 6'4", 195-pound senior. Another wideout is Dylan Langrock, 6'3", 175, junior. Running back Jordan Johnson, 5'10", 180. And the quarterback is Lucas Slack, number 8, 6'1", 185. Defensively for the Lynx, number 4, Owen Warren will start at one defensive end, a 5'11", 205-pound senior. Defensive end Christian Jefferson, 6'5", 210. At defensive tackle, number 57, Dominic Tucker, 5'8", 180. Defensive tackle Isaac Johnson, 6'1", 295, junior. Strong side linebacker Sabrine Bortnam, a 5'11", 185-pound senior. Middle linebacker is Ryan Dahl, 6 foot, 200 pounds. The other outside linebacker, Tristan Neuenhuis, 5'10", 170. In the secondary, Kyler Breest, Max Van Westen, Noah Thompson, and Tristan Bisbee round out the secondary. The kicker for the Lynx punter is Brady Giles. The kicker is Zach Brummels. The holder is Sam Skolton, and the snapper is Marshall Pfeiffer. So that's your starters, and the starters are being introduced defensively for the Lynx. And Adam, you want to talk a little bit about who's starting for the Warrior offense?
Yeah, so the Warriors are going to start at quarterback Max Thompson. Max has been around for a while and really the leader for them. He's a 205-pound senior. At left tackle, Cale Miedema, number 77, is a 310-pound junior and a big guy who kind of anchors their left side. At left guard, Peyton Gravitt, number 72, a 255-pound senior. At center is Aiden Brink. He's been around for a while as well. He's committed to Mankato State to continue his football career. He's the center, a 270-pounder. Right guard is Hoyle Bauman, a 240-pound senior. And Alex Hafner, a 350-pound senior, is on the right side at right tackle. Their tight end is Noah Robertson, a 205-pound senior. Their H-back is Josh Piper, a 175-pound senior. At running back, they list Blessing Tanaya as their starter, but we know Elijah Tanaya, the sophomore, is getting a little bit more action here recently, so those two will mix it up. At slot is Trig Otten, number 3, a 170-pound junior, and the split end is Beta Patient, a senior as well, number 6. So that's the Washington Warrior offense. Defensively, at defensive end on one side is Ryan Neschheim, a 205-pound junior. The nose guard is Spencer Bartling, a 260-pound sophomore. At end, one of their leading tacklers, Abraham Myers, a 215-pound senior. Outside linebacker is Chase Gunderson, a 185-pound junior. Mason Wilson is one of the inside linebackers at 180 pounds, only a sophomore. Gabe Frericks is a 210-pound senior, another leader there for them, and someone who probably has a chance to play at the next level. outside linebacker Patrick Osborne, a 205-pound senior. Their left corner is Mandela Muhammad, a 170-pound junior. Strong safety is Caden Schmidt, a 180-pound junior. Matt Eigeman is a 185-pound senior at their free safety. And on their right side at corner is 170-pound senior Garrett Hoffman.
Well, a pretty veteran and large lineup, and we're going to take a quick break as we have the national anthem played. Well, a beautiful job with the Star Spangled Banner with the percussion group from Brandon Valley. And I want to give a little bit of a shout out to Coach Chad Garrow, who has had to step away from football with some health concerns. And I see him, Adam, down in his golf cart here to the right. So I think every once in a while, maybe Matt Christensen or Mike Zero will run over and get a little advice as time goes on, but sort of a neat thing for him to be able to come to the football games and watch what he really started, winning 2 state championships here in the last 3 years and a runner-up in the middle there. Quite a legacy, and just a great football coach and an even better person.
Yeah, it was fun to see him down there to greet his daughter, the homecoming queen. And, he's still a really important part of this team and certainly this community. So it's good to see him here tonight on homecoming.
It is. And I'm going to say the Vikings is the colorman of the Vikings. I'll probably call the Lynx the Vikings every once in a while. But I think the captains will meet here at the middle of the field. And the captains for the Lynx are Carol Payton, Ryan Dahl, Brady Copel, and Noah Thompson. So they are making their way to the center of the field. And it's one of those nights, beautiful, not much of a wind. The wind is really falling down, and probably going to want to take the football and see what you can do.
Yeah, it's I think mid 60s, not much wind at all. So I think the whole playbook is available tonight, and it should be a fun one.
A lot of Augie football connections for me here tonight. Adam, Matt Christensen was a linebacker for us at Augustana. Jason Bisbee was an offensive lineman. I see Cale Miedema starting. His dad, Aaron Miedema, was an offensive lineman for me, or defensive lineman, I should say, at Augustana. So there's some familiar names and faces. I know you and Dylan Breest were classmates here at Brandon in about the fall of '94.
Fall of '94, yeah. Dylan and I played together, and fun for him to have a couple of his sons on the team now. And Dylan was a great athlete, and I think his boys are following in his footsteps.
So it would appear that the Lynx have won the toss and have chosen to receive. And so we'll see I believe the Lynx offense right away.
Yeah, this game, it features quite a few kids who've already committed to colleges. We mentioned a couple of them. The quarterback for Washington's committed to Northern. Kendis Ledbetter, one of their defensive linemen. I didn't mention him. He's been injured a little bit. I think I see him out there. He's a UND commit. So that'll be interesting to see him in action. I mentioned Aiden Brinks headed to Mankato. And then obviously some of the Lynx as well. Copel to USD, Thompson to SDSU.
Yeah.
And
so you're seeing some Division I kids that are going to line up and play on Saturdays. So I want to thank some of our sponsors, our anchor sponsors, Avera Medical Group, McGreevy, Brandon, Sanford Clinic, Family Medicine in Brandon, Service First in Brandon, Sanford Orthopedics, Alliance Communications, Brandon Lumber, Brandon Ace Hardware, Brandon Pharmacy, American Family Insurance, Josh Coop, Agency, Heartland Funeral Home, and Cremation Services, Sunshine Foods, Today's Dentistry, Family Dentistry, Sanford Health, Sioux Valley Energy Alliance, Coke, Midco Communications.
We didn't talk too much about special teams here in the pregame, but in a game like this, such evenly matched teams, special teams are going to be a big factor, and Washington will kick it off to get started.
Teed up at the 40, and it's kind of a low pooch kick, and the Lynx will just fall on it, and they'll get good field positions to start. They'll take over on their 32-yard line, and we've gone through the starting lineup, and I think again this first quarter especially you're going to see a lot of let's see what we got and what they got, and probably a little bit of just feeling out here in the first series.
Yeah, you want to kind of get established, not make any mistakes. I think we'll look for the Lynx to really try and control the ball here for a little bit of time and see if they can get in rhythm.
Lynx come out with Slack in the shotgun, double wide receivers. In motion goes Carroll. Double slot on the right. They'll turn and hand the ball off to Johnson. He's off right tackle, and he bangs ahead for about 7 yards. He'll bring up a 2nd and 3. Just a man-on-man, brute-on-brute, and so far got about 5. So it's 2nd and 5.
Yeah, with that Lynx offensive line, I mean, that's a great recipe to establish the run behind those big guys up front, and it was a great way to start the game.
Well, especially when you can get 3 wideouts, you kind of spread people out, and it opens up the middle. This time they will play with 2 wides and 2 slots. Snap and handoff again, right up the middle. Good job by the Warrior front that time. Number 44 made a really nice tackle from his linebacker position and bring up the first third down play. Third and 3 for the Lynx.
Yeah, that was Patrick Osborne for the Warriors who read that pretty well. It looked like the cutback was there for just a second, but he sniffed it out and stopped that from happening.
The Lynx have had a really strong short passing game. Slack and either Sam Skolton or Peyton Carroll have really done a good job on short routes. Drops back and throws, but it's broken up. Really nice play by the defensive back, number 11 for the Warriors. That is Mason Wilson. He came flying in and knocked the ball away, and the Lynx will be forced to punt for first series, 3 and out. And, that's where when you kick off and you can get a 3 and out right away, you feel really good about the field position that you should get.
Yeah, I think the Lynx could feel a little bit okay about the result of that play. It could have been going the other way there on the near interception.
Beautiful punt from Giles. Fair catch caught by number 23. That's Mandela Muhammad. And the Warriors will take over on the 21-yard line, first down. They are going left to right as we look at the field. And a wonderful crowd here tonight, really full on the Brandon side. The Warrior followers have trekked over the 6 miles and to watch the Warriors. Thompson is your quarterback, and one of the Tenayas is back with him. Double slot, he's back to pass, swing pass to the running back. Good job by the Lynx defense. They close hard and going to be lucky just to get back to the line of scrimmage. In fact, they may have lost a yard. That was number 5. Blessing Tenaya made the catch, and they're going to mark it right back at the 21-yard line, no gain. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Nice job by the Lynx secondary. They were really right on top of things. 3 wideouts ran them deep and slipped it off to the running back, but right there to make the tackle.
Yeah, the Tenayas are both, they're smaller guys, really quick, both about 5'8", 5'9", 160 pounds. So you're just going to have to contain them.
Handoff this time is to Tenaya, and again the Lynx defense is all over that play. There was no running room. Again, he snuck out about a half a yard, and it'll bring up the first third and long situation for the Warriors. And this is where, Josh Piper, I believe, has been their go-to receiver, their number one receiver. And I know he's been hurt a little bit, and but I do see that I believe he's in there tonight on the inside slot. Double slot, one back. In motion is the slot back. Thompson back to pass. Again, the swing out. He is going to get tackled after about a 4-yard gain, and just as the Warrior defense did, the Lynx defense does just as well, and they make the third down stop. And as we said early, a little back and forth. The Warriors on a kind of a hurry-up punt situation. They're already out there ready to snap, and they do snap. And Lynx don't rush anybody, and short punt gets on the turf, and I think wisely they're going to just let it bounce. Nice job in that case of just letting it go.
Yeah, that was a hurry-up punt formation. I don't know if they just wanted to try and catch the Lynx off guard, maybe with too many guys on the field if they were shuffling guys in. But Lynx played it safe, and we'll get the ball back right away. And really no surprises here the first two possessions.
Yeah, they really I think you're going to see a little bit of sorting each other out a little bit. Lynx will come out again with the 3 wide receiver set. Tight end to the right. Slack in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Again, hands off to Johnson. Bangs up inside. And again, on first down, he's going to bang his way for 5 yards and bring up a 2nd and 5. Good first downs. The first 2 series. When you get 5 or 6 yards on first down, Adam, it really opens up the playbook.
Yeah, there seems to be a little something there between the tackles, and he's doing a nice job of running downhill on that first down play.
Lynx will come up this time with 3 wide receivers, tight end to the left, 2 wide receivers outside of him. Slack this time. Will throws to Skolton. Skolton makes a move, gets to the outside, bangs ahead, gets the first down. Sam Skolton, 6 foot, 165-pound senior. I saw in the stats that he's one of the leading receivers in AAA football, and gets his first catch.
Yeah, the corner was playing off, and Slack recognized that. Quick 3-step drop and hit him on the hitch route, and Sam made a nice little move to get a few extra yards.
Again in the shotguns, slots on both sides, wideouts right and left. Snap to Slack. He's back to pass. He rolls out. He hits Carroll. Carroll slices and dices for 9. It'll bring up a 2nd and 1. The playbook has been opened up a little bit more this series. They did run on first down, but now they come back with 2 passes in a row. And you talk about opening up the playbook. 2nd and 1 is any coach's dream.
Yeah, well, in establishing that run here really opens the playbook for the play action, and now it'll be interesting to see if they take a shot.
2 wideouts on the right side, and the tight end will shift over, so you're in your double slot formation. Skolton to the left, back to pass. He's going to be rushed, and he is going to be sacked by big number 99 for the Warriors.
That's Abraham Myers. He's 6'4", 215, and just a junior, and he looks the part. I tell you what, he is a quick defensive lineman, and he got back there in a hurry. The Lynx, 2nd and short, were going to take a shot deep, and it did not work out.
Didn't work out. And sometimes, especially on 2nd and short, you just want to throw it up and throw it deep, and if it's incomplete, you still got, 3rd and 1. Now you got 2nd and 11, or 3rd and 11, excuse me. Back to pass to Slack. Again, over the middle. It's overthrown, and passes incomplete, and the Lynx will have to punt. It's a lot of people will say, well, the 2nd one, why don't you just get the first down? Well, I think taking the shot is always the right thing to do, but you got to take the shot. You can't take a sack and put yourself into that 3rd and 11 position.
Yeah, I think the coaches will talk to Lucas about that and let him know, hey, we'll throw it away. We'll go 3rd and 1, and we're maybe even in 4-down territory at that point. So it's a learning opportunity, and we'll see how they bounce back.
Lynx will punt. A little bit of a high snap, a little bit of a rush, a little bit off the side of the foot, but I think it's going to get on the turf, and it stays about right there. And now we've got a little bit of a friendly hometown bounce. It rolls inside of the 20, and the Warriors will take over on about the 18-yard line. Yeah, I think one of the things, Adam, for young quarterbacks especially, the hardest thing to know what to do is to throw it away. Everybody wants to make every play when you want to fit things in that maybe aren't there. And, there's times when an incompletion is a really good play, and you just got to learn as a quarterback to recognize that incomplete's okay, and we'll line up and play another down. Warriors will come out again. Thompson in the shotgun. Tanaya and in motion. The handoff is to the slot. He fumbles the football. The Lynx will pick it up and run it into the end zone for a touchdown. We do have a penalty flag, but I believe it was illegal motion on the Warriors, and I think that obviously will be declined, and the Lynx will take a 6-0 lead.
Yeah, Piper came on the jet sweep, and he never really had a great hold of the ball and had a little contact to put it on the floor. And Lynx take advantage with the scoop and score.
Well, that's really helps your offense to get some points on the board when your defense can do that. I wasn't even sure who picked that up. I think it was number 4 that picked it up and ran it in and scored.
That would be Owen Warren if that was the case. Ooh.
Good snap, good hold, and the kick is good by Brummels, and the Lynx take an early 7-0 lead.
Well, games like this, it's going to come down to big plays and who gets some breaks, and the Lynx certainly got a break there. And so now they will give the ball back to Washington, and it'll be interesting to see how Washington bounces back.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that you just have to, you got to regroup. You're going to get the football right back, and the worst thing you can do is think you got to score right away and make another mistake, and then you get yourself into a real tough situation. So stay with your game plan. Early in the game, 7-0 in football is one score. You get down 7-10 in basketball, you get a little nervous. But in football, one score doesn't really mean that much. And so the Warriors just need to stay with their game plan and see what they can do.
We have a correction. The booth is telling us it was number 30, Ryan Dahl, who ran that in for the touchdown.
Okay, good. Ryan Dahl, a senior linebacker, one of our co-captains, scooped it up. A lot of times young players get so excited just to get the fumble recovery, they don't realize they can scoop and score. And I think Matt Christensen probably, who serves also as the head coach but also the defensive coordinator, he learned under Mike Friedel that the scoop and score was a huge deal, and got coached up on that and coached his team up on that really good. Kickoff is to about the 5-yard line. Number 11 has the return, and a little bit of a seam, and he busts up through on the sideline and knocked out of bounds finally on the 42-yard line. Number 11 for the Warriors, that's Mason Wilson, made a really nice cut at about the 20-yard line. Got to the outside, a little bit of a seam, and got really good field position for the Warriors.
Yeah, Wilson, the sophomore, made a nice move, and that a play like that can really change the momentum after a big play. So the Lynx will have to tighten up here and see if they can keep that momentum at bay.
The Lynx come back out with the same defensive front. Warriors come out. Their offensive line is huge. This time they'll line up with 2 backs in the backfield. No, they go in motion. They flip the tight end. Now they'll go with 3 wideouts left, 1 wideout to the right. Snap is to Thompson. He's back to throw. He throws deep. It's caught right up the seam by number 6. And that is Bida Patient. Nice throw from Thompson. Got in that seam. All 3 wide receivers, Adam, on the left side went vertical, and that can be a very difficult route to cover.
Yeah, the Washington wide receivers are a little bit taller, a little bit longer than the Lynx defensive backs, and so that they wanted to take advantage of that, and they certainly felt that momentum shift. And now the Warriors are right down there in Lynx territory.
Patient will come to the right this time. Again, 3 wides, 2 to the right, slot right. Thompson takes a snap, fakes, he's back to pass. He dumps it off. Oh, he did have his slot back wide open, number 12, Noah Robertson, but just a little bit too high, and he panicked just a little bit. He had a little bit more time than he thought he did, and there were some real green grasses there in front on the left side.
Yeah, Robertson, blocked the left end just for a second, and he was getting his release, and Thompson just overthrew him a little bit.
The Warriors come out in a no-back set. They got 3 wides to the left. Now they'll shift tonight back into the running back position. Snap, handoff, up the middle, quickness by Tanai. He gets about 4 yards, almost 5, and I'll bring up 3rd and 5.
And that's Elijah Tanaya, the sophomore, and you can see there's maybe just a little different gear there, and the Lynx are going to have to contain that.
So it's 3rd and 5. They're inside their 30-yard line. You're probably looking at this, Adam, as a 4-down territory. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him run the football here and try and get yourself to a 4th and 1 or 4th and 2. Double trips to the right, back again. Thompson back, fakes the handoff, hands it to Tanai, and nothing doing this time. Really, really well played by the defensive front for the Lynx. Nice tackle there by numbers Jake Tews and also Owen Warren were both there and made the tackle. So now Warriors will go for it. It's 4th and 5, and talking it over, trying to make a decision. Obviously, in this day and age, a lot of hand signaling, plays being called from the sideline. Double wide out to the left. Thompson in the shotgun. Tight end right, wing right, back to pass. He's got some time. He throws. It's caught. It's caught by Piper inside the 15-yard line at the 14-yard line. And the Warriors convert on 4th and 5, and they'll have 1st and 10 on the 14-yard line.
Yeah, the Warrior offensive line did a nice job of giving Thompson time there, and he took his time and kind of went through his read progression and found Piper there.
And Thompson, Adam, is 6'3", 6'4". He's a big, tall kid, so you can see over that offensive line. Handoff this time again is to Tanai, and he breaks it to the outside. He's got a little bit of running room. He spins and dices down to the 7-yard line, a nice 7-yard run that the Warriors will have. But it's about 5 yards. He'll have about 2nd and 5.
Yeah, he's a little bit electric. He's kind of fun to watch, and threw a few spin moves and a few jukes into that 5-yard run, and so you can see that he's kind of changed the pace here for the Warriors.
Well, you get a couple passes. It's like the run complements the pass. The pass will complement the run, and secondary's playing back a little bit more, not quite as much run support. Warriors this time have motion to the left, wide out to the left, tight end to the left. Thompson in the shotgun, and they come in motion with Piper. Handoff is to Tanai, and he fakes and bangs up inside. He's going to have a 1st down. The Lynx make the stop on about the 2-yard line, 3-yard line. It's right on the extra point stripe, so that's the 3. They'll have 1st and goal. 2 minutes and 48 seconds remaining in the first half. Lynx lead it 7-0, scoring on a fumble return for a touchdown.
Yeah, I would expect the Warriors to try and pound it in here against this defense. Maybe not take too many chances down here with 4 downs from 4 yards.
Again, the double wide out to the right, slot to the left, slot right. Tonight takes the handoff, swings in, and he sneaks into the end zone for a touchdown. The Warriors are 1 point from tying this football game. Really a nice drive for the Warriors coming back after the turnover touchdown for the Lynx. Got a good kickoff return, got a couple of good pass receptions, and then some real nice runs from Tanaya have put them 1 point from the Lynx.
Yeah, the big 4th down conversion, key play of that drive for the Warriors.
The kick is up, and the kick is good, and we are tied 7-7. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Again, Brandon Valley 7, Washington Warriors 7. back at Brandon Valley High School. The score is 7-7. The Warriors put the ball on the tee at the 40-yard line. Back for the Lynx is Noah Thompson on the left. And number 6, Peyton Egan, is the other return man for the Lynx. Well, just like the Warriors did, get a good return, get yourself into good position, and kind of go from there. Sort of fun with the modern technology at them. You can kind of pull everything up on your iPad and see exactly every play, where they lined up, what they're doing. And it's kind of like watching film on Sunday. You can just see it. Short kick again on the ground, but it gets by everybody, and it rolls down to the 1-yard line. It's picked up by Egan, and he is going to get smoked inside of the 10-yard line. He got it back just to the 6. It was one of those kicks that was on the ground, looked like it might roll out of bounds, but yet it wasn't going to, and Egan had no choice but to pick it up, and great coverage from the Warriors.
Yeah, that was about as good of a place as you could kick it. Sometimes better to be lucky than good, and that was the case for the Warriors that time. And, you know, he picked the ball up, he did what he needed to do, and was able to get it back out a little bit away from the goal line, but the Lynx have their work cut out for them.
Warriors, as we mentioned on offense, their offensive line is huge. Their defensive line is big also. So good matchup up front, both sides. Handoff again is to Jordan Johnson, and he bangs around, and he's going to pick up about 3 yards. Gets it out to about the 10. It'll be 2nd and 7. You know, kind of here in the shadow of your own end zone. Especially again with a somewhat inexperienced quarterback, you're probably going to be pretty conservative. You might see some type of a play-action pass right here, because the Warriors are thinking the same thing. Mm-hmm. They're going to run the football, might be able to sneak somebody out.
Yeah, they had a little bit of a run blitz on there, and I think they were anticipating that first down play.
Lynx will come out with tight end, double slot to the right. Handoff again is to Johnson. He cuts back inside. He's going to bang his way just about a yard short of the first down, and this will be a big 3rd down play. 3rd and about 1 for the Lynx, and it's important to, you know, keep this drive and give your defense a little bit of a time to figure out exactly what happened to them on the last series. Look for something. They've had good success in the middle of the offensive line, and Jordan Johnson's a big kid. He can bang up in there and get that yard you might need. This time they got 2 backs, Skolton and Johnson. Motion to the right. Snap is to Johnson. Off to the right side, outside, cuts to the outside. He's got the first down, and he'll bang all the way up to about the 24-yard line, where the Lynx will have a first down. Nice run from Johnson. He'll come out, and number 6, Peyton Egan, will replace him. Egan, a 5'9", 165-pound junior, and also a really quick running back, a little bit different change of pace. Just 29 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Probably be the last play of the first quarter.
Yeah, the Lynx will have to run one more play, but that should do it then, unless they throw.
The play clock is down to about 5 seconds to get the play off. Snap, handoff, Egan up the middle. Nice run on first down. He picks up about 6, and that'll end the first quarter. We're 7-7 after 12 minutes, and again, we'll be back in 30 seconds. Welcome back to Brandon Valley High School. The Lynx will have 2nd and 5 on their own 29-yard line as we get set to start the second quarter. Really good first quarter. Lynx picked up a fumble, ran it in for a score, and Warriors came right back and drove it down the field. Got a good kickoff return, then drove it about 60 yards, scored, and first quarter ends 7-7.
Lynx did a good job of getting themselves out of a hole here, and so they'll start the second quarter at the 29-yard line.
Double slot. Skolton to the left, Carroll to the right. Handoff this time to Egan. Nothing doing. The inside of that Warrior defensive line really just put up a brick wall, and there was just no room to go. And in fact, we're going to lose about a yard, and that'll bring up. They're going to spot it right back at the 24. So we'll have third and 5 for the Lynx. And again, I mean, I don't know if there's any big plays with 1 minute gone into the second quarter, but it's sort of a big play. You'd like to see the Lynx continue this drive. Skolton to the left, Carroll to the right. Back to pass is Egan, or is Slack. Nice throw, nice catch. Good job by Peyton Carroll. He bangs ahead, gets the first down. Nice throw from Slack. He again read the corner off and took what was there. It was only about a 7-yard route, but it got the first down, and now you got a chance to see what else you might be able to do.
Yeah, Slack snuck that one in there. Chase Gunderson for the Warriors started to rush and then dropped back right into that drop zone where Slack was throwing, but he just couldn't get his hands up in time.
Now the Lynx will come out with double tight ends, one wide out, in an I formation. Handoff to Johnson. Bangs up inside. Good job. Good blocks up front. Going to a big package, and nice job by Johnson once he got the handoff. Going to get about 8 yards. Going to bring up 2nd and 2, and the Lynx again will stay with the big package and 2 tight ends, 1 wide, I formation.
Yeah, hitting the hole quick. The only run for loss was a delayed draw, and so.
Slack under center. He takes a snap right up the middle, I formation, bangs up front, picks up about 4, and it'll again be a first down and move the chains. That's what the game is all about, Adam. Move the chains, and then you get into that position and go for the dagger.
The clear strength of this offense is that offensive line, and so I think the Lynx are doing a nice job of taking advantage of what they're best at, and I would expect they'll continue that on this drive.
The Lynx offensive line, number 75, Navarro Shunke, is a sophomore, about 6'4", 280. Wow, he just gets after people. There's a nice run up the middle by Egan. He breaks free, gets into the secondary, bangs for 16 yards. And the Lynx again, another first down. It looks like they found something with the big boy package that they feel really good about. There's nothing too fancy. Turn around, hand off in the eye, get the fullback up on the linebacker, and away you go.
You mentioned Shunke at the start of that play. He drove his guy about 10 yards off the ball. He is a specimen for a sophomore.
2-time state wrestling champion heavyweight, and as you said, just a sophomore. Unbalanced line to the right, I formation, hand off to Egan, bangs up inside. He's going to get about 5 yards again, so it'll bring up 2nd and 5. Johnson will come back in. I think it's pretty easy play calling right now. Turn around, hand off to the tailback, get the fullback up on the linebackers, offensive line, get off the ball, and let's just get after it.
Yeah, the Lynx, I wouldn't be surprised if they picked their spot for a bootleg at one point here, maybe try and get the tight end involved, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Chunky's done a nice job on Abram Myers. We haven't heard him again. Again, handoff on the right side. This time the Warriors are there, but Johnson makes a nice cut, gets back up inside, and he's going to have a first down. Yes, they're going to signal first down and move the chains.
I'm impressed with Jordan Johnson. He made a great jump cut there back to the left and got himself about 3-4 more yards, got the first down, and he's running hard.
He played defensive tackle last year for the Lynx, and of course with Tate Johnson there weren't a lot of other carries, and this year he's got his chance and he's taking advantage of it. Again, one wide out to the left, double tight end, wing, handoff to Johnson, bangs up inside. Warriors are there this time. They're going to stymie him. A big, massive humanity drags him down. You get about a yard and a half. So we're back to 2nd and 9. But again, you're getting positive yards. You're controlling the clock. You've kept the Warrior offense that had some really good success off the field here so far the whole second quarter. So good drive.
Yeah, the Lynx. It looks like they're going to stick with the I formation. Mike and Nelson in there at fullback doing a nice job.
Double tight ends move from right to left, unbalanced line, outside zone, and this is Egan. He makes a nice run, stumbles, stays on his feet. He's going to run the football down to about the 5-yard line where the Lynx are going to have 1st and goal. Wow, nice run by Egan. He sort of got hit just at the line of scrimmage. He stumbled a little bit, kept his balance, and he picked up another 10 yards. And you're right, Adam. They're going to just stay big and keep banging.
Yeah, again, Micah Nelson, number 82, sophomore fullback. He's really a tight end fullback. Did a nice job sealing the edge there.
2 tight ends, unbalanced to the right, 1 wide out to the left. Slack turns and hands off again to Egan. He bangs up inside. A little bit of tough going this time. Everything gets compressed a little bit, and he just gets across the 5. We'll give him the 5. It's 1st and goal from the 5. Egan will come out, and the bigger back, Johnson, will come back in. And when you're trying to run inside that 5-yard line, it's nice to have a back the size of Johnson. Again, the 2 tight ends. This time, I formation, wide out to the right. Again, unbalanced to the right. Going to probably bang to the right. Turns and hands off. Outside zone. Running laterally. Gets turned up. And he gets into the end zone, but we got a flag, and it's in the area of offensive holding, so I'm afraid this play might be coming back. It is. It's holding on the Lynx. So instead of a touchdown, the Lynx will now have 2nd and about 18 yards to go. It'll be 2nd and goal, I believe, from about the 18-yard line.
Yeah, that's a big penalty. The Lynx, they went unbalanced and motioned to the strong side there. Washington didn't seem to adjust too much, so I would expect the Lynx might go back to that. And, the Lynx have some time here. It's 2nd down. They don't have to get it all at once, and they have a good kicker, but you want to get 6 here.
So moves it back to the 17. 2nd and goal from the 17. Still the I formation. Handoff right up the middle. Johnson has got one. Nice job by the defensive back. He broke through the line of scrimmage, and the corner came off the block from the wide receiver and made a really nice tackle. It's number 10, Adam.
That's Garrett Hoffman. Yeah, he did it. It might have been a touchdown-saving tackle.
It definitely was a touchdown-saving tackle. So we got 3rd and goal. The Lynx will stay, I believe, with the yes, they will stay with a heavy package, just the 1 wide out to the right. Double tight ends. Carroll will flex over to the right side. So you got both tight ends on the right. So far they've run this direction. Now it's a fake. Slack back to pass. He's open. He's got some pressure, and he is going to be swarmed under back at the 20-yard line.
Yeah.
Good coverage.
It was good coverage, and he had a little room to run out to the left, and he pulled up like he wanted to still find a receiver. He might have been ahead running that one to see what he could get. But, again, the Lynx have a great kicker here in Zach Brummels, and I think they have all the confidence in him. And so we'll see what he can do.
Yeah, we'll have a field goal. The ball will be placed down on the 27-yard line. So a 37-yard field goal attempt. Brummels will kick. Skolton will hold. And we're going to get a timeout. I think the Lynx were 1 man short, and they were forced to take a timeout. So they're going to talk about it a little bit. A good drive. There's 4 minutes and 57 seconds. They got the football back with about 2 minutes to go in the first quarter, and now have run off about 7 minutes here in the second quarter. So about an 8-9 minute drive for the Lynx, especially after a touchdown. That's something you want to do now. The big thing is you got to get some points.
Yeah, you want to get points on this. It's a good time out there. You don't want to rush it, and so hopefully the Lynx can cash in on this one.
No, it's a longer field goal, and you're going to have to hold those blocks just a little bit longer, so you certainly don't want to be 1 man short. So a lot of stuff. Need a good snap, good hold, and definitely a kick that's makeable. Kick is up. The kick is good. Brummels from 37 yards away have put the Lynx back on top, 10-7. So good drive. Maybe, when you do get in the end zone, you get a penalty call on it back, everybody feels, that's too bad. But good to just get the 3 points.
Yeah, this game has all the makings of one that'll go back and forth probably till the very end. And so anytime you finish a drive with points, you got to feel good about it.
Brummels will kick off. The Warriors have been standing over there offensively for quite some time. I'm impressed with the offensive line, the job by the Lynx, but I'm also impressed by the size of these high school kids for the Warriors. They've got several kids over 300 pounds, and they really showed it on the last drive that they can pound. And as you mentioned, the young Tenaya kid has come in and given them a little bit extra step.
And he's back there now to return the kick. So if I'm the Lynx, I'm kicking it to the other side.
Deep with him is number 41. That is Tristan, that is Connor Lillo. 37 is the official call on the field goal by Brummels. Brummels will kick off from the 40. Approaches the ball. Kick is off. It's short. It's going to be taken by one of the up men at the 20. He's going to bang, but good coverage by the Lynx. And you may be right, Adam. I think they decided to stay away from Tenaya, and they just kind of hit a pooch kick that got up in the air a long way and was returned by number 22, Tristan Fitzsimmons, the up back, and got it just back to the 27-yard line.
Yeah,
the Warriors will take over 1st and 10.
I don't think that was an accident. I think the Lynx were just trying to keep from a long return from happening again, like that got the Warriors going last time.
Warriors will come out, kind of same formation, 3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left, 1 back. Thompson, the quarterback, slaps his hands off to Tenaya, and Tenaya bangs over that right side. They got trips over there, so they got a lot of bodies over there to block. And he just bangs up inside. He gets about 3 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 7.
Yeah, you mentioned the Warrior offensive line too. Big kids. I mean, left tackle Cale Meadema, 6'9", 310. They did not grow him like that when I was in high school.
No, I didn't even. That's a good college-sized lineman, and his dad played for me as a defensive tackle. He was about 6'4", 6'5", and probably in that 260, 270 range. So the son has well outdone the father. Double wides to the left, tight end to the left. No back, or 1 back tonight. Thompson back to pass. He's got plenty of time. Over the middle, caught by Piper. Nice tackle after about a 15, 16-yard gain. Nice tackle by Max Van Westen, but way too much time on that particular. Thompson had lots of time. He allowed Piper to come all the way across the field, wide open in the middle.
Yeah, Piper did a nice job against that zone. He kind of found a little spot. He settled down in there, and Thompson found him. And so the Lynx are going to have to get a little more pressure.
Yeah, you're probably going to have to bring some blitzes and that type of thing. They're just a big front wall that pretty tough for those Lynx defensive linemen to get off of. Warriors come out, 3 wideouts, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. The tight end now shifts into the backfield as a blocker. He's going to hand off to Tenaya. Nice play that time by the safety. I think that's number 2. Yeah, nice tackle.
Yep, Sabrin
Bortham. Nice, really nice play. Came up from his free safety position, held him to a 1-yard gain. Again, the Warriors use a lot of different formations, Adam. They it's obviously in this day and age, everybody's in the shotgun for a lot. The Lynx did the last series go into the traditional quarterback under center. But again, double wide to the left, motion by Piper to the left, back to the right, yo-yos up and down. Back to pass is Thompson. Got a penalty flag. He's going to scramble up the middle. Going to pick up about 6 yards. And where that flag came from, it would bother me a little bit that it might have been defensive holding. But No, it's going to call illegal motion. I think Piper, when he came back in motion, started going forward before he should have. The Lynx will take this. That'll move it back to second and about 13, and that's a pretty good down. They'll take one of the, they'll bring in another defensive back. The Lynx will have 5 defensive backs.
Yeah, the Lynx, the Lynx are not, they're not a defense that's imposing size-wise when you look at them out there, but they're quick and they're really fundamentally strong, and so they're kind of expecting Washington to throw the ball a little bit here.
Yeah, the Lynx secondary, most of their corners and safeties are more in that 5'8", 5'9" range. Lynx again, or the Warriors come out, double slot to the left, one out wide out to the right. It's back to throw. The running back comes out of the backfield, and nice throw from Thompson, and the ball is caught by number 12, and that's Noah Robertson. He picks up about 8 yards, 9 yards, brings up a big 3rd and 5 play. Minute 49 to go here in the first half. 10-7 Lynx.
Yeah, Robertson, is 6'4", he's a tight end. They put him in the backfield, and they can kind of leak him out there, and that creates some mismatches for the Lynx.
Yeah, they're usually using him as a blocker for tonight, and this time he faked like he was going to block, and then he ran a kind of a swing route. He was open, and nice throw from Thompson. Double wide to the left. Thompson back to pass. Again, the Lynx do bring pressure, and it didn't get to him, but I think it got some happy feet out of the quarterback, and the ball is well overthrown. Josh Piper was the intended receiver, and the Warriors will be forced to punt. So, minute 18 seconds to go here in the first half. The Lynx going to get one more chance. I think right now Coach Christensen is doing anything he can. Don't drop the punt. And the signal for a fair catch. But probably a good decision by the return man for the Lynx. It was such a low-line drive that he'd have had to run full speed just to catch the ball. He let it bounce. And as normal on the softer turf that we have now compared to when you played on turf, Adam, the ball it's kind of like a golf shot. It sort of hits and spins and stops fairly quickly.
Yeah, not my golf shots.
No, mine either. But I've heard I heard they do.
But I've heard that's the case. So it'll be interesting to see what the Lynx do here with a minute 12 left at their 20-yard line. I would expect them to be pretty conservative.
Well, they will come out with double wide receivers. They're going to hand off again. The handoff is to Egan, and there is nothing doing this time. In fact, he might lose a yard. I think the Warriors, no, they haven't called timeout. 1 minute to go, and I think you're right. I think at this point, maybe both teams are, you know what, it's 10-7, we're in the game. Let's get into halftime. Let's talk it over and regroup and come back.
I believe Washington has all 3 timeouts left, and so, if you're the Lynx, you want to take all 18 remaining seconds of the play clock down on this one.
Yeah, in high school, there's no clock, so the referee in the back signals that the hand goes up at 10, and he starts counting at 5. Again, now where to go? And now you might see the Warriors call the timeout. No, they're gonna be content. Well, I think again.
No, they called one.
No, they called one. You can't take them to the locker room. But I wouldn't blame Ryan Evans, the head coach of the Warriors. You're on the road. You're down 10-7. The only real score touchdown-wise you've given up is a scoop and score by the defense. So really, you're right in the middle of this game, and you don't want something really goofy to happen in the last 15 seconds.
Yeah. At the same time, it's high school football, and I would like to force a team to punt if I can. You never know, bad snap, something funny happens, and you're in field goal range, and so I would expect the Lynx will run it one time, the Warriors will call a quick timeout, and they'll have to punt.
Been an interesting first half. Both teams have at times moved the football pretty well, and then at times their defenses made plays. Obviously, the Lynx' big play was a scoop and score by Ryan Dahl that put them in front 7-0. At this point, I don't think there's been anything glaring from either side that you'd say we got to get in the locker room and fix this. I think both teams have found some things that have worked, but both teams have both offensively and defensively. So I think you're going to go in and what do you think is going to work? Talk things over, and let's go back out and play the second half. So the Lynx come out. They come back to their double tight end formation, and now they shift over and they've got 3 wideouts. Again, it is a handoff and nothing doing. The Warriors again will call timeout. Now with 13 seconds to go, it'll be 4th and about 14 yards to go. So conservative, yeah, I think all of us would agree that that's the way the book says you should play it, and that's the way it was played.
Yeah, I think Washington on the first play didn't want to call the timeout right away. They didn't want to encourage the Lynx to mount a drive, but now they're going to have a chance. They might get 1 play on offense, and if they can get a decent return here on the punt, or if something happens, they may have a shot at a field goal.
The Warriors will get the football to start the second half, and I think that's always, to me, a little bit of a consideration. If you can, you know that get a stop here, don't do anything crazy. We get the football to start the second half, get a chance to regain the lead. So Giles will punt. Deep is Piper, I believe, is the deep man for the Warriors. The Lynx will pack everybody in as the Warriors have 8 men up the line of scrimmage. Looks to me like they're going to try and block. A little bit of a high snap, but the kick is off, and it's a short kick, but it's high, and it goes out of bounds. And the Warriors are going to have pretty good field position at about the 33rd. The referee still walking up. He finally signals. They're going to get the football at him at the 29-yard line.
29-yard line, 7 seconds left and a timeout. I mean, you'd have time for a quick play and a quick timeout, and then you might get your field goal team out there.
Yeah, that was certainly not what Coach Matt Christensen was looking for. That punt traveled a total of 14 yards. So there was a little bit of pressure, a little bit of a wayward snap, but certainly put the Lynx defense a little bit of a bind. So this is one of those, normally you'd be in a prevent defense. You can't. You've got to play normal defense. Like you said, they're probably looking for 5 to 7 yards here, and then try and get, they're going to go for it all. And it's caught and dropped, and I think intercepted. Yes, it is intercepted, and the clock runs out, so it really doesn't matter. But the receiver had it. He dropped it, and I think Max Van Westen probably picked it off.
He did. The Lynx are fortunate there. The receiver came back. It was an underthrown ball. He came back, got his hands on it, kind of bounced off the receiver into Van Westen's hands, and he made a great play, and that's a good way for the Lynx to end the half.
So it's 24 minutes of football. We're going to take a 20-minute break. We'll be back in about 15 minutes and call the second half action. Good first half. Lynx lead 10-7. Talk to you in about 15 minutes.
Devin Emilio and Aubrey Lepetsky. Other staff members include Michael Hoffman, Sadie Odenbrett, Gage Ruhlman, Max Outland, Emily Merritt, Brady DeBelt, Andrew Rahman, and Eric Darrington. Drum majors, Stacy Stemwedel, Kate Bevensey, and Nicole Hansen. Is your band ready? Brandon Valley Marching Lynx, you may take the field in exhibition. Thank you for watching our halftime performance. The Marching Lynx has a rich tradition of excellence. The band has earned numerous awards in the Midwest region and has participated in many prestigious events around the nation. This Saturday, you can watch the Marching Lynx performing at the Tri-State Festival of Bands in Laverne, Minnesota, and their home show tomorrow night, the Big Sioux Review. You can stay up to date.
Welcome back to Brandon Valley High School and home of the Lynx, where the score is 10-7 at halftime, about 7 minutes to go here before halftime. Very entertaining first half, and not a lot of scoring, but sort of the kind of game I think everyone expected it to be.
Yeah, I think two pretty evenly matched teams they're playing pretty well right now. There was a little feeling out process. It'll be interesting to see how Washington comes out. I think they started to find a little something there with their passing game. And so I think that might be the biggest adjustment we see here at the half is I would expect Washington might come out and throw the ball around a little bit more and then continue to get Elijah Tanaya involved.
I think the Lynx defensively might have to put a little bit more pressure on Thompson. They did the last play, and he overthrew the ball. Otherwise, he's had a lot of time at him to stand back there and really pick out his receivers and get them downfield and get into those deep seam routes. So, got a few halftime scores.
Yeah, actually, we have one final. Harrisburg in Roosevelt played at 5 o'clock today out at Howard Wood. Harrisburg won 38-34 in a real close game. So, Harrisburg still the number one team, but they are they're making themselves work for it here every week. We are in the fourth quarter at McEnany Field, and O'Gorman leads Lincoln 17-14. At the end of halftime here, of course, Brandon Valley is up 10-7. In the fourth quarter, out in Rapid City, Sioux Falls Jefferson's up on Central 35-0. And no score yet on Rapid City Stevens and Sturgis. I believe that might be the nightcap out in Rapid City.
Close scores for the most part. I think that doesn't surprise anyone too much. I don't know if there's a dominant team. Yes, Brandon's 4-0. Yes, Harrisburg's now 5-0. And probably, I think, are rated 1 and 2, and probably on paper the top two teams in the state. But I really believe anybody can win this thing this year. I just don't think there's a dominant team. Obviously, Harrisburg Tigers have the University of Minnesota recruit Jacob Knuth at quarterback that probably will keep them in every game. You know, you can get down, and with a quarterback that can throw the football, you always got a chance. So I think it's just going to be one of those years, and it's going to be exciting as we start to wind down and get into playoff mode here in the next 3-4 weeks.
Yeah, I think there are 5 teams that can really feel like they have a good shot. Harrisburg, of course, Brandon Valley, Washington. I'm impressed with Washington. You can't look past them. I think Sioux Falls Jefferson's an interesting team, a dynamic quarterback, a lot of energy there. They've been playing really well. And then you can never count out O'Gorman, just a really well-coached team, and they're just always seem to be around. And they have some athletes on their team, too, that are real difference makers.
So as we get ready, I did visit with Pastor Kurt Strand just during halftime. He wants to invite only the middle schoolers tonight for an after-game get-together. It's after the game till 11 o'clock. At the Assembly Church, just behind the on Sioux, behind the Casey's. They got dodgeball, soda, hot dogs, lots of fun. Parents can pick the kids up at 11 o'clock. So fifth quarter, they call it. It's at the Assembly Church, just behind the Casey's tonight. Got a few fireworks going off here to celebrate the halftime festivities. We've got about 3 minutes to go here before halftime. Neither team is back on the field yet, but the Warriors will get the football to start the second half, and you look over at them. There's really no wind whatsoever. The flag is limp. It's starting to feel like a cool fall night, and really, really fun. We got kind of a fun presentation here at halftime. First National Bank has a program with their credit card program that they're going to present a check to the Brandon Valley School District for $10,000. This is made possible by First National Bank's community card program, which was created to help the bank and their customers to give back to our community. They would like to thank their customers for embracing the program to give back to the school. So go Lynx. Pretty special, and we've got a lot of great sponsors. We'll just kind of run through those again. Avera Medical Group, McGreevy, Brandon, Sanford Clinic Family Medicine in Brandon, Service First FCU in Brandon, Sanford Orthopedics, founding sponsors Alliance Communications, Brandon Lumber Company, Brandon Ace Hardware, Brandon Pharmacy, American Family Insurance, Josh Koob Agency, Heartland Funeral Home and Cremation Services, Sunshine Food Store, Today's Family Dentistry, Platinum, Sanford Health, Sioux Valley Energy, Alliance Communications, Coca-Cola, Midco Communications, and Pride sponsors Arc Inc., Hinkle Electronic Materials, LLC, McDonald's, and Michael's Fence. And thank you very much. We encourage everyone to buy local. It obviously makes a big impact on our community here at Brandon, and appreciate those folks stepping up to be our sponsors. The Lynx are back on the field, and exciting to see the second half get underway here, Adam, in about a minute and a half.
Yeah, and homecoming. This is a game that especially these seniors are going to remember forever, and so this is an important half for them. And they got a great crowd, a beautiful night. As you read through those sponsors, I couldn't help but think, Brandon Valley, the school has grown, the community has certainly grown and changed, but it is still a unique community. With one high school, this is something. High school football brings the town together. There's so many different organizations that support the school, the athletic programs. And so it's fun to be back for homecoming in this great city of Brandon with so many great people, great sponsors, and of course, America's best mayor, and great to join him tonight as well on this broadcast.
Yeah. Well, the mayor is just keeping his head down and trying to figure out what's going on. Fun night. It's fun for Adam and I to join you tonight. We're pinch hitters, and we're lucky to see a really, really good football game. And I'm excited to see the second half. It'll be interesting to see strategy-wise how each team comes out. I think the Lynx really found something with their 2 tight end power package. Moved the football down, got near the goal line, give the Warrior defense credit, made a stand, made a stop, big penalty, settled for a field goal, but yet they did move the football. Now, as the Warriors found a little something with their passing game, the deep ball up the seams, got great protection from their quarterback, so I think you're going to see them try and get the football downfield probably a little bit more here in the second half.
Yeah, even on the last play of the half that resulted in an interception, the play was there, and it could have turned out really bad for the Lynx with the touchdown right before the half in the last play. But even in that, I think Washington probably raised their eyebrows a little bit. I think that's a play they're going to come back to.
Well, one thing you mentioned, the Lynx secondary really aggressive. They'll get after it. They'll hit people. But they're not the tallest group in the world, and the Warriors do have a couple of receivers that got some height, and they can go up and get the footballs. So a lot of different things going on here to start second half, and I don't think anyone is going to go away from this game in a hurry. I think everybody's going to settle in for pretty exciting action as we go.
Yeah, it's we're still waiting for the referees to make their way out onto the field, and a lot happening here at halftime with fireworks. The marching band had a great performance at the half as well, and so everyone, so many different people from the school have been able to get involved in tonight's action, and it's really it's a great tribute to everything that the school and the teachers and coaches and directors all do here to provide opportunities for all students.
You said it, Adam, and obviously all of our children have graduated from Brandon Valley High School, and now 3 of our grandchildren will have graduated from Brandon Valley High School after this year. It's a school district that we are all very, very proud of, and we're very fortunate to have the leadership of Dr. Jared Larson and all of the people that make this school district go. So hats off. You look out at this field, and wow, what a beautiful football field, the turf. Got to give Randy Marshall a lot of credit. Now Bill Frecking has taken over and is carrying on that tradition. And that's the thing that you look back. I mean, you see Mike Kleindens, and what a great job. Glenn Sullivan before him. Kleindens won several state championships. Chuck Plummer had a good career. Now Chad Garrow has won 2 state championships, a runner-up. It's just a long litany of really, really good high school football played in this community.
Yeah, tradition is a special thing, and when you have it, it's generational, and it's certainly been that for Brandon Valley, and it's fun to just come back and see a team that is going to consistently win and do things the right way. I think that's the thing that Brandon Valley's always been able to be proud of, is that they do things the right way, and this is just a continuation again this year.
I want to give a little shout out to the Warrior coaching staff. Ryan Evans had a pretty tough act to follow. Coach Statham had won several state championships in a row there, and Coach Hermanson before him had won some state championships. Had a pretty tough act to follow, and they're a well-organized football team. They here, at least in the first half, they played hard. They played sound football. So it would appear that he's got his team on track. Way back in my career, Adam, I was the defensive coordinator for the Warriors. About the time you were born, we were coaching at Washington High, and always fun to keep track. Wherever you've coached, you always watch the scores, wonder how the Warriors did, or coached out in Rapid City, I wonder how Stevens did. You always check, and fun to see that the Warriors also put a good football team. Lynx will kick off. Ball's placed on the 40-yard line. Brummels will kick it. The kick is, again, a short kick taken by the up man. He fumbles, and it comes right to the Warrior, right to the Lynx, and the Lynx recover the football. But he tried to catch it. His hands were too close to his body, and it bounced off his shoulder pad, came right back to the Lynx. I'm not sure who recovered it. I think number 36 is who's being credited with the fumble recovery. That would be Chase.
I think it was Connor Peschel.
Connor?
Yeah, number 38.
Yes.
38.
38, 36. Wow. So you're 7 seconds in the second half. You kicked off, and you got the ball on the 32-yard line going in. So Lynx will come back out with their spread offense. Wideouts to the right and to the left. In motion comes Skolton, and he's going to throw. And he's going to throw an interception. Picked off by the Warriors. He underthrew it, and the Warriors are going to get the ball right back.
It appeared he had the receiver wide open there, but the safety was kind of lurking, and he saw it coming. He saw it developing. The Lynx were trying to take advantage of the sudden change. Hit him with a big play right away, and didn't work out. But hey, no worse for the wear. Washington ball at the 21-yard line, and here we go. Let's start that second half again.
There you go. It's too bad. Trying to hit Peyton Carroll, and he kind of got tied up with that safety and didn't get a chance to break free, and safety on the other side came over and made a nice pick. So the Warriors now get the ball right back on the 22-yard line. No backs. Thompson in the spread. He's back to pass. He's flushed out of the pocket. He's going to run. We're going to get a holding call. We're also going to get a sack back to the 20. And now we're going to get another late hit. I think it's going to be a face mask on the Lynx, and afraid we're probably going to get some offset and try it over.
I almost said pretty clean first half, not a lot of mistakes, and to start the second half, we have a fumble, we have an interception, and we have a play with about 3 penalties. So,
yeah, you whatever you can jinx somebody, I guess that's what we did. But again, a lot of time for Thompson, and that's with no other back in the backfield. So it is face mask on the Lynx, holding on the Warriors. Let's do it all over again. So we're 25 seconds at them into the second half. We've had a fumble. We've had an interception. We've had 3 penalties. And the ball's on the 22-yard line. So 1st and 10 all over again for the Warriors. Break the huddle. This time Thompson again will be in the shotgun. Again, he 5 wide receivers. Tanaya is on his left. Thought about coming in motion. No, he's going to back to pass. This time he's flushed out of the pocket. He's going to run. He's got some running room. He's knocked out of bounds on about the 29-yard line. It's going to be about an 8-yard gain. It'll bring up 2nd and 2.
Good coverage by the Lynx there. They're just rushing 4 guys. Washington's spreading it out, going 5 wide. So it's going to be a little bit of a chess match here to get started.
So he is out on the 29-yard line. So it is 2nd and 3. This time trips to the right. Again, Thompson in the shotgun. Snap. Give to Tanaya. Up the middle. Quick little spurt. And he bangs up inside for about 6 yards. The Warriors will have 1st and 10.
Yeah, he, just a little delay there, and he hit the hole fast, and now the Warriors are going to go fast themselves.
Again, trips Tanaya in the backfield. Thompson in the shotgun. Snap back to Thompson. We got an illegal motion. The wide, number 12, one of the wide receivers standing over there right next to his coach. Jumped offside. If you're going to jump offside, be on the other sideline. Don't be right next to your coach. I'm sure he got an earful.
Yeah, Washington's kind of going without a huddle here, or kind of a quasi-huddle. They're trying to change the pace, I think, a little bit, and not allow the Lynx to shuffle guys in.
Warriors will break the huddle, trips to the right side, kind of in a diamond formation over here on the right side, one receiver to the left. The handoff is to Tanaya. He bangs around. He's going to be swarmed under for no gain. It'll be 2nd down and 14, maybe a half a yard, 15. The Warriors have really tried to just stay up inside or throw the football. There's been no option, no other type of play action. So look for them at some point to run some play action. Again, Tanaya on the right side. He's going to get to the outside. He eludes the tackle from Thompson. and he gets run out of bounds, but not before he picks up about 12 yards, and it's going to bring up 3rd and short. It's going to be 3rd and 2.
Yeah, kind of just like you said. He started up the middle, but he bounced it outside, and with his speed and elusiveness, I think if you can get him to the edge, he's gonna cause a lot of problems for the Lynx.
Big 3rd down here for the Lynx. A 3rd and 2 here to start the second half. Both teams have had possession of the football. The Warriors, their first offensive series. Double wide receivers, both sides. At this point, the play clock is still running. I think a lot of people wanted some motion, but he was going backwards. Thompson back to pass. He's going to be swarmed under. That play was doomed from the beginning. One of the slot receivers went in motion a little bit too early.
He kind of gave up the play. I think they were going to run a bubble screen to the slot receiver, and he jumped early, but he was moving backwards, so it was legal.
Right.
And then they didn't really know what to do after that.
I think not sure. The quick punt may have caught the Lynx with an extra man on the field. Not sure. No,
I think
no
yeah.
call. So, good job by the Lynx defense after the turnover, and they will get the ball back on their own 25-yard line, 1st and 10.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the Lynx go back to the I formation here and really just try and reestablish that downhill run.
Well, you're right. They come out. Ethan Slack, the quarterback, will be under center. I formation, 2 tight ends, double on the left, bang up inside. Not much room there on that one. May have picked up about a yard. They'll bring up 2nd and 9. Thompson will, Johnson will come out, and Egan will come back in. 2nd and 9. This has been the formation that has been very good for them running the football. The Warriors look like they have brought another linebacker up inside. And, anticipating when they're in this formation, you can see now they're in a 4-3. And both linebackers up inside. They're going to blitz the middle, and that's kind of what they've been doing. Egan runs to the outside, gets tripped up. He just about was ready to break it, got tripped up. I think is going to have just enough, though, for the 1st down. He got about 9 yards. So 1st and 10, nice run to the outside.
Yeah, I think the Lynx coaches saw Washington really focusing on those A gaps and bringing those linebackers up there, and so they ran an outside zone, and it worked.
Break the huddle, tight ends, both sides. Both tight ends, to the left side, wide receiver to the right. I formation, give up the middle. Egan again, bangs up inside. He's going to get about 4, maybe 5 yards, bring up about 2nd and 6.
Egan's quick. He's not a real big back, but he is quick, and he hits that hole in a hurry.
He does, and if you're patient, this is what the Lynx need to do. The objective is to win the football game, and you do that however you can. Would you like easy scores? Yeah, but they got a big offensive line. Lynx will shift both tight ends to the left. Fullback leads. Egan comes to the outside. He breaks a tackle. He bounces up and gets knocked out of bounds on about the 43-yard line, where it'll bring up a long 3rd and 2.
Yeah.
And
Osborne, the linebacker for the Warriors, had a shot at Egan in the backfield, but he slipped that tackle and was able to get some positive yardage.
7:55 here to go in the 3rd quarter. Lynx lead it 10-7. That was our halftime score, and no change at this point. Lynx will go in motion. 2 tight ends. Handoff it's a fake. Slack is running with the football. He's got a receiver. He hits Carroll coming across on the bootleg. Yeah, nice throw, nice catch. 1st down. Slack did a nice job there, Adam, of extending the play. They gave that wide receiver. Carroll lined up on the left, came all the way across the field. Had plenty of time. Good blocking up front. Fullback did a nice job. Good football play.
Yeah, he had a receiver going deep too that was starting to come open, but I think Slack made a good decision there. Get the 1st down, move the chains, and just keep control of the ball. There's an injured Warrior right now. That's number 20, Matthew Eigenman, the senior DB, and so he's getting helped off the field right now.
It's kind of the first time we've had any kind of injury on the field. I don't think this is too bad. He got up, walked off on his own accord. So the Lynx come back out, staying in the power formation. Egan still at running back. Really good job by their fullback, and he's really done a good job on his lead blocks. 2 tight ends to the left. They shift over to the right with a wide out, unbalanced to the right, typically running that way. Egan bangs up the middle, and as you said, he's got quick feet, bangs around, slips a tackle. 9 yards. It'll bring up a short 2nd and 1.
With that big offensive line, a little smaller back can kind of hide behind him, find that crease, and then when he sees it, he hits it fast. And again, Warriors aren't adjusting to that to that offset line, and so I think the Lynx can kind of just outflank them a little bit to that right side if they want to.
Yeah, I think pretty much every play has been unbalanced, and that's the direction that they've run. Again, they'll line up on the left, shift to the right, hand off to the right. Egan slips through, gets about 5, and there's too many bodies over there on that right side, and Egan's finding plenty of running room. Good job. He'll come out now, and Jordan Johnson will come back in, and Jordan's thinking, hey, give me a little of that.
Yeah.
That looks pretty good.
Yep, and I think the Lynx, again, they've kind of found the play that's working for them right now, and until Washington adjusts, I think they'll keep doing it.
The time of possession, Adam, is really going in the Lynx' favor. They held it pretty much the whole second quarter. Now a lot here in the third quarter. Again, the tight end moves to the right. Wide receiver Johnson to the right, into the secondary. He bangs for about 8.
Yeah, same play. 3 plays in a row, exact same play, exact same result.
Yeah, Ethan Slack usually comes over and gets the play. He's just about getting halfway there, and I think coaches are yelling at him, run it again.
Yeah.
7-yard gain on that play.
Picked up 7. It'll be 2nd and 3. Nothing fancy. Double down, kick out. Double down with the tight end, both tight ends. Fullback kicks out, let the running back run. Slack will be in the eye. He's in the shotgun this time. Johnson to his right. Snap. Give us to Johnson. He bangs up inside. He's going to get the first down. Gets down to about the 24-yard line, where the Lynx will have it 1st and 10.
And the Lynx will just continue to kind of melt this clock away here, down to 5 minutes left in the third quarter. And, they're going to eat up most of this quarter if they can keep the ball on the ground and get it in the end zone.
Well, if you got a dinner reservation for after the game, you're going to be a little early at the rate this is going.
Yeah.
Run. Clock keeps going. You said 5 minutes to go here. I formation, fullback, double tight end to the right, run to the right. This time a little bit tougher sled. Tried to go up the middle a little bit more. The success has been more on the outside zone than the power up inside. But and Egan will come back in, and Johnson goes out. Kind of both a little bit different running styles, and I think it's, as you mentioned, Egan pretty quick in the hole and kind of can see those little cracks and get up through them in a hurry.
Yeah, so, they 2nd and long here. I think the Lynx will stay patient, continue to run the ball. They may be, 4-down situation.
Handoff is, again, to Egan. It's the outside zone. This time the Warriors do a better job. In fact, they adjusted this time to the unbalanced line. And they had the extra body over there this time. Held the running back Egan to about 1 yard. So this is kind of the first 3rd down situation. First 3rd and long we've had here in the second half. They will stay with the power formation, 1 wide receiver. That is number 10, Dylan Langrock. And he will split wide to the right, 2 tight ends to the left, move to the right. This formation, they've been running the outside zone to the right. Here it is. They run it again, and they run it up inside, and that offensive line gets a surge and a push, and I think he's just a little bit short. It's 4th and 1. The Lynx will go in a hurry. They're lining up. Slack is under center. Quick toss sweep. He bangs up inside. He's going to get the first down. It was a tough yard, but he got it. And that'll give the Lynx 1st and 10 on about the 13-yard line.
And, as a former tight end myself, you got to give some credit to the tight ends for the Lynx there. Christian Jefferson, Peyton Carroll are doing a great job on that edge. And not always glamorous work. You want to go out and catch the football, but they're doing a great job blocking.
I formation, Johnson back in. Slack under center. Tight ends on both sides. Now Peyton Carroll, go to the right. Unbalanced to the right. Outside zone to the right. Johnson cuts it back in. A little tougher sledding. He'll bang in there, get down to the 9. Pick up of about 4. It'll be 2nd and 6. And it's just been the kind of drive any offensive coordinator really, really likes. Hang on the football. And maybe the defensive coordinator even likes it better. Keep your defense off the field. But been a really, really easy play call. It's working. Run it again.
The coaches have been patient too. I'm sure they're tempted a little bit here. Play action, a bootleg might be there, but they're sticking with the run.
Double tight end to the left, outside zone to the left. Johnson, this time the Warriors get up underneath it. And a pretty short game. Maybe picked up about a yard. It'll now be 3rd and about, they're going to give him no gain. So it's still 3rd and about 7.
With a good kicker here, 7 yards, it'll be interesting to see if the Lynx try and throw the ball a little bit here, knowing that they've got a good kicker, and regardless of the outcome, they're in field goal range for sure.
2 tight ends to the left, I formation. Now Carroll goes in motion over to the right. It's a handoff to Egan up the middle. And he is not into the end zone, and he is really close. No, I think he's a little short. It's going to be 4th down.
This will be an interesting, I think they'll go, and they might go fast here just like they did last time.
Yeah, last time they had 4th and short. It's about 4th and about a foot. They're right on the 3-yard line. They need, they're just inside the 3-yard line. So, the Lynx will line up, double tight end to the left, unbalanced. Carroll again in motion. Slack under center, turns and hands off to Egan, and he's got down to the 1-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for the Lynx. And this has just been a unbelievable drive. I'm not sure exactly what the time was when the Lynx got the football back, but this has got to be an 8 or 9 minute drive. Lynx will go in a hurry, toss sweep to Egan. And he's into the end zone. Lynx touchdown.
What a great drive by the Lynx. And again, credit to that offensive line. Credit to the coaches for committing to the run. They really stuck with it. And, Lynx were able to get into the end zone. And that's a big score with the extra point. Make it a 10-point game. And the way that the defense has been playing for the Lynx, you got to feel pretty good right now.
Well, you're right. Credit that offensive line. They were really good. Rummel's in. Colton will hold. Snap is good. Ball is down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So, with 45 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter, the Lynx 17, the Warriors 7. We'll be back in 30 seconds. That drive took somewhere around 9 minutes and culminates with a 1-yard Egan touchdown run. Rummel's extra point kick. Rummels will kick off. Ball is on the 40-yard line. The last time the kick was short and the Warriors fumbled it. Kick is again short. Caught by one of the up backs at about the 15 to the 20. Cuts back to the middle. 25, 30. All the way up to the 32-yard line, where the Warriors will have it. 1st and 10 with only 37 seconds left to go here now in the third quarter.
Well, the Warriors got to get something going here on offense if they want to have a chance in this fourth quarter to mount a comeback. And so, they really kind of have gone away from Tenaya a little bit. They've tried to pass and, of course, had a couple of mistakes here right at the start of the half. So I wouldn't be surprised. There's plenty of time for them to reestablish the run themselves. So it'll be interesting to see if they try and do that here.
Thompson will bring the team out. Again, at the big offensive line. Tenaya will be the running back. Double wide to both sides. Double slot formation. Snap. Back to pass. Across the middle. Dropped. Wide open across the middle. And Noah Robertson. And he just, anytime you go across the middle, the last thing you can do is look where you're going. You got to catch the football first. And he was wide open. So 2nd and 10.
I think he started to think about where he was going to run before he caught the ball, and that cost him.
Yeah, again, Thompson had plenty of time, and he's got a good arm. There's no question about that. And he's big, tall, 6'3", 210-pound quarterback, which is double slot. Piper in motion, comes across, swing pass. Tenaya catches it on the edge, makes a move. He's going to bang up inside. He's going to get about 5 or 6 yards. He's going to bring up a 3rd and 5. 23 seconds to go here in the third quarter. So
that was blessing Tenaya on the catch. Elijah in now at running back.
This will be an interesting play. If they don't get the first down, I think they're going to wait, and we're going to get into the fourth quarter. Going to talk it over at the quarter break. So that's the end of the third quarter. Lynx leading at 17-7. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Harrisburg 38, Sioux Falls and Roosevelt 34.
Some other finals coming in from across the state. Sioux Falls Lincoln with the win over O'Gorman at O'Gorman, 21-17.
Wow, must have scored late to pick that win up. So big play. Warriors at their own 37-yard line, 3rd and about 4. Down 17-7 here as we start the fourth quarter. Trips right. Snap back to Thompson. He's open. Nice throw, nice catch. And he's going to just get the first down. Nice throw and a really, really good catch by number 8.
It was
number 6, I'm sorry. Patient.
Yep. Yeah, there was not a lot of room there. And Patient did a nice job. Catch the ball with his hands in traffic.
Warriors picking up the pace here. They come out in a hurry. Patient goes across in motion. We'll have trips to the right. Single receiver to the left. Snap back to Thompson. He steps up in the pocket. He's hit as he throws. And good pressure that time put on by number 70 for the Lynx. Big nose guard. Number 70, Isaac Johnson. Wow.
6'1", 295, and a big guy, but he got some pressure. He got in there.
Did. Warriors quickly back to the line. Trips to the left. Snap to Thompson. This time he hands off to Blessing. Breaks a tackle. Bangs up inside. He's going to get about 7 yards. Really good run. One of the Lynx, I believe that was Warren, had a shot at him at the line of scrimmage. He was pretty slippery. He got through that and brings it to a 3rd and 3. Big play for the Warriors to keep this drive alive. Again to Blessing, and he bangs up, gets the first down. Got 3.
It's going to be real close there. I think they're going to give it to him, but yeah, that's Elijah Tenaya. He keeps those knees moving, and they are moving up and down in a hurry.
Lynx are going to make a defensive line change in a hurry here. Number 84 is going to come in for the Lynx. That is Christian Jefferson. He's been playing a lot tight end, so they've been spelling him on defense. Double slot, handoff again to Tenaya. This time he is really met right in the hole. Good job that time by Max Van Westens, and stepped up really. And also Saber and Bortnam, number 2, stepped up in there. Brings up 2nd and 8 for the Warriors.
Similar to the Lynx, the Warriors, are doing a nice job being patient here. It's down 10 in the 4th quarter. It would be easy to kind of react and try for the big play right away, but they're just moving the ball down the field.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job. You can't score 17 or 10 points in one play, so you got to take your time. Trips left, single receiver to the right. Handoff again is to Tenaya, and he makes a great cut inside, and he's gonna break away for about a 20-yard carry all the way down to the Lynx 29-yard line.
Yeah, he's not big, but he runs violently. I mean, every move, every cut is with purpose and meaning, and he's really changed the pace of this drive.
The Lynx line up in double tight end and really an unbalanced line. The Warriors' best success has been running away from their strength, the trip side, and that time is exactly what they did. Thompson again in the shotgun, double slot. The wide receiver screen, gets a block from his tight end, breaks one tackle, and he bangs down to about the 21-yard line.
That's beat a patient again, and again another nice catch. That wasn't a great throw, but had to reach for it a little bit. And, made a nice catch, got positive yards, about 7 yards, so it'll leave him 2nd and 3.
Really good throw by Thompson that time. He gave the receiver a chance to catch the football before he got too far upfield and got rid of the defender. Piper in motion, snap back to Thompson, gets some time, throws to the corner of the end zone. It's caught by number 3. He's going to get knocked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line where the Warriors will have 1st and goal. They ran a deep out, ran a receiver into the flat. Now the Warriors will hurry it up. Teams in high school especially like to do this. Double slot, give the ball to Blessing, and he's gonna get swabbed gonna lose a yard.
Yeah, I think the Lynx knew what was coming there.
Yeah.
And give credit to Owen Warren. He got off the ball and he headed right for Elijah Tenaya and met him in the backfield.
I know that coaches sometimes think we'll hurry up and we'll surprise them. Unfortunately, a lot of times if you don't practice that in practice, and it's really hard to practice, to get that hurried look, and you try and do it in the game, I just have seen it far too often where it's to your own detriment. So now we have 2nd goal from about the 5.5, 6 yard line. Thompson in the shotgun, Piper again in motion, over to the trip side. Thompson throws it high. He had patient wide open in the end zone. Got a little pressure late, but just a missed throw, and golden opportunity there goes by the wayside for the Warriors.
I think it was Dominic Tucker putting some pressure on at the end and got a pretty good hit on Max Thompson.
Thompson did a nice job. He got some pressure, stepped up in the pocket, found patient wide open, just a little overthrew. Warriors will come out, double slot again. Back to pass. He's got some running room. Throws. It's caught. Short of the end zone. No. They dropped it. So now it brings up 4th down. Down by 10. Got to believe they're going to go for the field goal. Field goal team is out. Try to get themselves back within one score. kicker for the Warriors, I believe, is number 13. The snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is good. And we are at 17-10. The Warriors, nice drive, answering the touchdown by the Lynx, drive the length of the field, and good job by the Lynx defense. So to hold them to a field goal and keep it a one-touchdown game. So with 8:05 to go here in the fourth quarter, the Brandon Valley Lynx 17, the Sioux Falls Washington Warriors 10. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Back at Brandon Valley for the kickoff of the Warriors. Deeper, Thompson, and Egan. Low line drive kick should be returnable. Egan takes it. Got a wedge formation up the middle. And he's going to take the football out to about the 32-yard line, which is really good starting position for the Lynx offense. And I'm sure we're going to see two tight ends, a fullback, and one wide receiver. It's kind of where we've been all pretty much the whole second half.
And if the Warriors don't adjust, the Lynx could run out the clock here with 7:57 left. I know Washington's happy to get points on that last drive, but they really had an opportunity to get 7. So they need a stop here, and they need one soon.
Going to bring both linebackers up in the A gap, so it's really tough sledding up in there. But Lynx will bang inside. I think that's Egan. He's going to get about 3. And make it 2. It's going to be 2nd and 8.
I got to believe, Washington's adjusted, and if the Lynx are going to beat them, they're going to have to beat them in a way that's different than what's been working so far.
Well, they really haven't adjusted much to the unbalanced line when both tight ends line up on the same side. This time, 2 tight ends, 1 on each side. Now you'll see Carroll come over. 2 wides with 2 tight ends on the right. Hand off the outside zone. This time there's some penetration by the linebacker, number 46, and the tackle's made by number 99, big defensive end. Gain of about, going to say no gain, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. So, 3rd down and 9. Yeah, they're going to give them a 1-yard loss. Nice play by the defensive line for the Warriors. I think Abraham Myers probably got the tackle, but there was number 87, I believe.
Yeah, 46, Gabe Frericks really kind of bounced that play out. He didn't make the final tackle, but he really stopped it from the get-go.
Slack back to pass. Overthrows his target. The Lynx will have to punt. So the Warrior defense does their job. It's exactly what you want after a field goal. You've got to get a stop because if you're down 2 scores, you're going to have to get the football back and get it back in a hurry. To your point, the whole third quarter, the Lynx were on offense. This time, 3 and out. A little bit of a high snap, a little bit better kick than we started at the second half. Again, the ball bounces on the 40, takes a high bounce. Got a flag down. What a holding call here on the Warriors will take them back 10 yards.
Yeah, it looks like it from where it was thrown. That's about all I could imagine it could be at this point.
Yeah, that's a hold on the Warriors. Take the ball back to the 30.
Well, 6:24 left in the fourth quarter, and now Washington's got to be thinking they need 7. Field goal is probably not going to do it at this stage, so they're going to have to put a drive together, and they're going to have to go 70 yards now after the penalty.
Well, especially the Lynx are very content to sit in that 2 tight end fullback I formation and bang take care of the clock. Warriors will line up. Tight end moves from the left to the right. Snap back to Thompson. Give us to Tanaya. Bangs up inside. Big offensive line. Pushing, shoving, clawing, grabbing for 5. So good first down play.
You know, as we mentioned at the onset, the Warriors have been the victims of 2 really close losses here already this season. They find themselves in another close game, down by 7 here in the fourth quarter. So they've been in this situation before, and so they're not surprised to find themselves here. So
tight end right, double wide to the left. Again, the give us to Tanaya. Not much doing this time. He did bang up in, get about 2 yards. So again, a big third down play, third and about a long 2. Yeah, a week ago, Harrisburg led Washington 17-10, I believe. Same score as we have right now with about 3 minutes to go, and the Warriors scored right at the end of the game to tie it. And Harrisburg ended up winning in double overtime. So big play here for the Lynx defense. Big play here for the Warrior offense.
I think the Warriors are in 4-down territory at this stage of the game already, so I look for them to run the ball again here.
Three wide receivers. There's a big play by the Lynx defense. Jefferson was in the backfield quicker than Tanaya got the football, and now I think you got 4th and 5, and I think you're going to have to punt.
Yeah, now they do. The Lynx knew they were going to run the ball too. At least Christian Jefferson did. He made a great play.
Yeah, he came across so fast that Thompson didn't really have any kind of a chance. Kind of a short kick. The ball gets on the ground. Everybody stays away. Gets a good Warrior bounce. Rolls back inside the 30 to the 26. I'm not sure. One of the Lynx kind of came in late to try and pick the ball up, but not sure what that was all about. I'm sure the coaches will ask him, "What are you thinking?"
Yeah, one of the Warriors players was kind of pushing him down, and I think he thought maybe if he pushed him onto the football, it'd be a fumble. So. That's one of those you just got to get away.
Yep, get away. So, Lynx will come out, 2 tight end, fullback. Egan at the running back position. No, I'm sorry, that's Johnson. Double tight end to the right. This is when they typically, they're going to move over the left side. They've been running to that unbalanced side most of the night, so look for the carry. No, right up the middle. Not much doing for the Warrior. From the Warrior defense that time, they pick up about a yard, so it'll be 2nd and 9. The Warriors have done a nice job adjusting Adam to the double tight end running formation that the Lynx had such success with, and been pretty short gains here on the last series and so far on the first play.
Yeah, I don't think that Brandon Valley will put the ball in the air at this stage. I think they're content to run the ball if they can continue to use the clock. Even at 3 and out, if the Warriors don't call a timeout, we're going to be down in under 3 minutes here before Washington we get the ball back.
A lot of bodies up there on the line of scrimmage. There's one of the Lynx jumped, and we're going to get offside on the Warriors. He must have been lined up in the neutral zone. There was really not much movement. Boy, that's a big penalty, Adam, with 3.5 minutes to go here in the football game.
Yeah, that's one of those mistakes that could really cost you here. Now it's 2nd and 5, maybe 2nd and 4, and the Lynx can really work that running game.
Yeah, 2nd and 9 is a pretty good down to get yourself in as a defense. 2nd and 5 is a little easier. Again, Lynx shift from the right to the left side. Unbalanced to the left, run to the left. Johnson on the outside. Gets to the outside. He's going to get a first down. He's going to carry the ball up to about the 37-yard line where the 36-yard line where the Lynx will get a first down and 1st and 10, 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go. And we do going to see him run the clock down now and just try and get as long of plays as you can. Stay in the huddle a little bit longer. Stay on the ground a little bit longer. Your opponent now, as a Lynx offense, is the clock.
Yeah, I think the Warriors are really at the series now of downs where they're going to have to start using their timeouts.
Good block on the outside, and again, good run from Johnson. He'll pick up about 7. And one of the Lynx is down. Excuse me, about 5.
Injury timeout.
Can't get the number of the Lynx player who's down.
64, I believe.
That's
Whoever it is, getting some help from one of his buddies and limping off. I can't quite see the number. 61.
Yeah, it's going to be Sam.
Sam Waidula. Wow, you got your homecoming king. He's got to get to the dance. That's not going to be a good deal. He looks like he's going to be okay. He's still kind of getting some help. Looks like probably got his bell rung a little bit. So, 2nd down and 5. Unbalanced line to the right. Handoff is to Egan. He's up the middle. He gets collared, but again, it's just a little bit short, I believe. No, they're going to give him the first down.
Got a good spot there.
He really did get a good spot. So another first down for the Lynx at the 46-yard line. Their own 46. But every time you can get 3 more downs at them, that's another minute and a half or so off the clock. And that, as you said, we're now down to 2.5 minutes to go in the football game. The Warriors definitely are going to have to, if they can get a 2nd and 9 or something of that nature on this play, they're going to have to use their timeouts.
Yeah, and ball security now is really important for the Lynx. Even that last play, you could see the Warriors really grabbing at that football. So they're going to want to take care of the football. That's more important than yards.
Double tight ends to the right. Handoff is to Johnson. He does a nice job. There wasn't anything right at the initial point of attack. And now the Warriors do call a timeout. So with just under 2 minutes, 1 minute and 58 seconds, the Warriors will use their first down. They're in a favorable position now with this 2nd and 9.
Yeah, either way now with the ball about at midfield for the Lynx, if they can just take care of the football here the next 2 plays, and if they have to punt it away, they're going to leave a long field for Washington, and Washington hasn't shown that they're a fast striking offense tonight, and so I think the Lynx have to feel pretty good about where they're at.
A cheer is Sam Waidula, starting guard, reigning homecoming king, returns to the lineup.
At Brandon Valley Assembly of God Church next to Casey's gas station. This is a middle school event filled with games, food, drinks, and bonfires.
So we're under 2 minutes. The Warriors have used their first of 3 timeouts. And I think you hit the nail on the head, Adam. Biggest thing right now, hang on to the football. The only thing that really, the worst thing in the world wouldn't be to go to 4th down and punt, because at that point you either have taken care of all the Warrior timeouts or you're under a minute, under 2 minutes to go. Carroll in motion to the left. Tight ends, double tight ends to the left, outside zone to the left. Johnson getting to the outside. He's got enough speed to get there. Going to pick up about 3. Gets another timeout by the Warriors. Minute 50 to go. Now their 2nd timeout. So it's 3rd and 5.
Number 29 on the carry.
I think the outside zone caught the Warriors off guard just a little bit there.
Yeah, that's a big play. I think this is it's a football game right here. You got to get a first down for the Lynx, and you can probably almost take a knee and run the clock out. You get a stop here by the Warriors. You never know. Go for a block punt, get a punt return. A lot of different things. Get the ball back on offense. So it's probably come down to this, and as all games do at some point in time, somebody got to make a play.
Yeah, the Warriors, they have a veteran quarterback, and if you get the ball back and you have a quarterback who's played a few years, anything can happen.
So the Lynx will come out in the same formation they've been in basically the entire second half. Carroll is lined up to the right. Now he moves to the left, so they got double tight end to the left. Handoff is to Egan up the middle, and he is swarmed under. No gain. And the Warriors will use their last timeout. minute 45 to go. So the Warriors will get the football back, albeit no timeouts and probably somewhere in the vicinity of 80 yards to go.
Yeah, the Warriors put their big guys in there. Spencer Bartling, the sophomore nose tackle, has been there most of the night. They had Aiden Brink, offensive lineman, 6'5", 270, in there that time as well, and they were not going to give them anything right up the middle.
Well, the play calling has been pretty basic. Turn around, hand off to either Johnson or Egan. Pretty much the same play. Run to the double tight end side, either inside or outside zone, and the Warriors have known what's coming. Give the Lynx a lot of credit. They've executed. Here we come. We're telling you where we're coming, and you got to stop us. So back deep is Piper, I believe. No, Trey Otten. Lynx will bring all of their people in. Need a good snap. Ball is on about the 49-yard line. It's high snap. Gets the kickoff, but it's short. It stops dead. So the Warriors will get relatively good field position at about 37-yard line.
Yeah, Brady Giles needed all 6'2" of his frame to grab that snap, and they've been flirting with the high snaps all night, and he made a pretty athletic play to secure that one. That could have been disaster for the Lynx.
He did, and it was kind of tough to get a good kick off because he had to sort of short-leg it just to get it off in a hurry, and the result was about a 25-yard punt. So Thompson will be your quarterback. You'll have wideouts, trips to the right. On the left side, Robertson all alone, big, tall receiver. Back to pass, plenty of time. Across the middle, caught by Piper, makes a man miss, gets up to midfield, cross midfield, taken down finally at the 47-yard line. Made the first man miss, got a first down, which stops the clock. 1 minute and 24 seconds to go. Warriors will line up in a hurry. Clock starts. Same formation, trips to the left. Robertson to the right. Back to pass. Good. Pretty good. Oh, and Jefferson breaks through and makes a huge sack. Back at the 45-yard line. He had good protection early. Jefferson just kept working. Clock is running. 59 seconds to go. Trips to the right. Snap. This time the Lynx bring pressure, and Thompson is hit as he throws. Nice job. They brought actually a corner blitz. No, Thompson came on the blitz. He got to Thompson.
I was wondering if the Lynx would bring a little pressure instead of just let him sit back there and find his spots, and they did. And previous play, credit to Christian Jefferson. He got pressure with just one of the four up front, and good coverage by the Lynx too. On the previous play, the Warriors had four guys kind of running vertical, and the Lynx were all over all four of them, and there was nothing for Thompson.
Well, the Lynx will call timeout, and clock was stopped with the incompletion, so gets them a chance to reset themselves. Also, the Warriors do get a chance to, let's talk it over, go down and scroll through the playbook for the third, and you get about 17 yards. I don't know what you got in the playbook for that, Adam.
Well, if I'm the Lynx, I'm watching for Elijah Tenaya right here. I think, the Warriors don't have to get it all at once. I'd be a little concerned about a little circle route out of the backfield or something short and just get him out in space. He's a dangerous runner.
They have isolated, they've got a tall tight end, Noah Robertson. He's about 6'4", 200 pounds. He's been on this left side by himself. This time he'll be over on the right, but he's a little bit of a mismatch for some of the shorter corners, so I thought maybe they would try and get him isolated one-on-one.
Yeah, there's Tenaya.
Well, there it is, the circle route. Adam called it. What a color, man.
Yeah, the pass was a little bit high, and with Tenaya, he's a small target. You got to get it to him, but I think they had the right idea there.
It was a good call. Thompson just rushed it. He was just too big of a hurry. He had a little bit more time, and Comes down to one play. 4th and 17. With 43 seconds to go. Piper to the left. Trips to the right. Patient and Robertson to the right. Snap to Lynx brings some pressure.
Flag.
Throws. Incomplete. I think we also have a holding call. Will be declined, and that will be the ball game. The Lynx defense holds. And I think we saw kind of the type of football game we thought.
Yeah, I think
Close.
we pretty much got what we expected. The Lynx, right on their average, hold their opponent to 10 points. Nothing flashy, but very workmanlike victory, and they are moving to 5-0, and they have to feel really good about a win against a good Washington team.
It is a good win. I think there are a lot of people thought, this Washington High team is starting to figure things out, and they're a good opponent. Slack will line up in the victory formation and take a knee. And that will do it. They do not have to take another snap. So, a 17-10 Lynx homecoming victory. It wasn't always pretty, but it was efficient. It was effective. They did the things they had to do to win the football game, and that's good coaching. You do what you have to do. You don't get any points for style. You only get them for points put on the board. So nice win for the Lynx.
Yeah, and I think the Lynx at the end of the day, they knew what their strength was. They knew it was their offensive line, and good offensive line play. And the two running backs, they ran hard. Really both of them in a nice mix of styles. And I think the coaching staff was patient with this, and they did what they needed to do to get the win.
Now the Warriors will fall to 2-3, and I'm sure they're a little frustrated. They played pretty good football, and they've lost 3 games. And I still think it's anybody's year, and there's a lot of teams that if you can stay healthy, I think the Lynx are right there with anybody. A lot of people are looking forward to. At this point, you got 2 5-0 teams that play, I believe, the last game of the year. So, any late scores, Adam?
Yeah. Well, let me just get back to the scoreboard here. I was gonna mention next Friday, October 1st, the Lynx will welcome Sioux Falls Lincoln, who had a nice win tonight over O'Gorman, 21-17. Other scores: